Okay, welcome everybody. So today is Monday again. We are here again. So welcome to all those that are here. Whether you've been here before or this is your first meeting, welcome. I'm Jessie and I am on the community team at Topcoder, and we started doing these calls about a month or two ago because we just want to make sure you're always in the know of what's happening at Topcoder. So, and of course, having FaceTime with our community is really important. So getting you guys on a call and, getting to see you and talk to you and hear from you is really, really important to us. So I'm really glad for the participation we get in these calls. And so these are open for discussion. So if you have any questions or any feedback, jump in at any time. I really want this to be an open call, not just me kind of dictating what we're doing. So please, jump in anytime you want to contribute. Okay, so let's jump into what I have today. So today's April 5th already. Wow. And it's Caramel Day or caramel. I don't know if you guys say caramel or caramel, but make sure you eat some today or make some today. It's actually really easy to make your own with the sweet condensed milk, and you just put a can in a boiling water and there you go, caramel. So have some caramel today. I know that's probably a big thing in your culture, right, Luis? Lots of yummy caramel.
Oh yeah, yeah. In fact, yesterday I had some.
Nice. See?
Yeah.
So
And Harshit's also a big fan.
In case you were not salivating yet this morning, there you go. Okay, so let's go over some top gigs this week. We have some fun ones. We have an API developer gig, and as I talk about these, I'm going to put the link in the chat in case you want to read more. And for those of you that are new, gig work is something that we have at Topcoder that is basically a contract position for X amount of time, where you're getting paid through us to work on a customer's team. So you're getting paid through Topcoder, but you are working with this customer. So for example, this is a Canadian national telecommunications company. It's a 24-week long gig. And you can be located in any location to do this gig. Okay, so we have lots of gigs available for our community members. It's a really great way to supplement your income and give you the freedom to work whenever you want and not be tied down to a full-time job. But you get the benefits of a full-time job for a short amount of time, full-time hours and full-time pay. Okay, the next one is a Mulesoft developer. Apologies for the pop-up. So this Mulesoft Developer API position is, you can be any location. It's a longer gig, 34 weeks. That's almost more half a year. And then we have, this is for a global communications company. So if you're interested in this, please apply. We have a web accessibility SME with Angular 8, 9, 10. I have no idea what that means because you can tell how technical I am. But if you're interested in this gig, this is a longer gig as well. You must be located in the US and you're working India Standard and Eastern Time hours as well. So if you're interested in that gig. We have a big data modeler gig, which is any location. This one is a 6-month term. And this is with a global life insurance company. So if that's your jam, please apply. If you know somebody who would be good at this, add their email right here and share it with them. You can win money for that. We have a Java architect position. This one is USA only. It's 26 weeks. And a large entertainment and gaming company. Ooh, that sounds fun. I wonder who that's for. Anybody know who that's for? Any of my gig team members? I don't know if anyone's on today. It's kind of a crazy day. I can look it up later. If anyone's interested, I can find it and tell you what it is. But that's always fun. Java architect gig. And then we have this developer, SSRS, SSIS. This one is location. You have to be located in Asia. It's 3 to 6 months potentially. And this is for an Australian-based telecommunications company. Okay. And as always, refer a friend. If you just add someone's email in that box on the gig listing and they apply, you can get paid. It's $500 for anybody that you refer. We're going to be doing more with this coming up. We know how important it is to learn about a job from a friend, you know, somebody who's in the same industry as you. So please do be sharing these with your friends and colleagues who you might think might be a good fit for any of these gigs. I think it's really great to be able to share and earn rewards because you're able to give other people opportunities. And we do have tons of gigs as well. Like, so those are just some of the ones that we're highlighting, but we do have a number of them out there, and they're all different locations, all different skill sets, and all different durations. So like this one is only 4 weeks. This one looks like it's for top coder actually, potentially. Oh yeah, it is. That one is for gig work actually. I have 2 gigs in here myself. I have a developer evangelist role for Edgenet. So we're looking to add someone to our team to help us with our Edgenet program. So if you are interested in working on my team, I would love to have you. This will be working with Harshit and myself to help promote Edgenet. And then I also have another one to be a community evangelist and help with operations. So of course, I'm going to take this time to promote 2 of my gigs. So if you're interested in joining our team, please do so. Okay, so that is it for gig work. Before I continue on, I'm going to pause right there. Does anyone have any questions on top coder gigs in general or any of the gigs you've seen?
Hi, Jesse.
Hey, Justin, what's up?
I sent an email. I'm assuming everyone was busy with a long weekend, which is totally understandable. I figured I'd just ask while I'm here with you on the call about what exactly we're allowed to put on our CV when it comes to challenges that we've participated in. Does it have to be something we placed in or anything we participated in? And what I think, is it Nick that could give us a signed letter confirming? And I'm wondering like what exactly is said in that letter.
Okay, so there is a letter that's a little different. So I'll touch on that first. So if you email Topcoder support@topcoder.com, they can send you an email. They can send you a letter that kind of proves that you are part of the community and you've participated in X challenges. You've earned this kind of money. It's usually used for references or for tax purposes or whatever you need to showcase your Topcoder history with what you've participated in and what you've gotten paid. So it's always great to have something like that in case you need it. So that's very easy. The Topcoder support team can get that together for you. In terms of your CV for challenges, I think it's important that you touch on the skills that you've learned or that you have, right? And then if there are challenges that match up to that or great names like NASA, yes, definitely add that in there. One of the things that we've been working on as well, especially for gig work, is how do we define your capabilities for a gig with your resume versus your Topcoder profile? And so some of our gig workers or applicants have really great resumes. They have lots of experience, great resumes, and it's very easy to pass over to the customer. And then there's some members who have a really robust Topcoder profile, and that's really not able to be shown well on a resume. And one of the things that we've been working on, and we actually have a template in place, is kind of a Topcoder profile resume where we share, it's basically like a Google slide, and it shows your Topcoder profile from the website in a slide format that shows, okay, you know these skills, you've done these competitions, you've worked with these customers, and it really shows a more robust version of your resume. And so I think as a gig worker or potential gig worker, you have the option to do one or both. And I think that if it's something that you have more competition experience, then we want to work with you to have more of a competition-based resume. And I think those will definitely be helpful. So I'll respond to your email later today and connect you with the right people for that. But we do have people on our gig work team who are able to help you improve that. And we also have a template that we created that has your Topcoder profile gig application type thing on there. So you could just take our slide deck and say, okay, I'm going to add this, this, and this, kind of the way we have it already set up. And you can kind of decide for yourself what you think matters and the most and what you want to have on it. And then our gig team can look at it and provide some feedback on it.
Okay, great. Because I remember you saying last week that with that NASA challenge, which I participated in and I submitted to, that's great to put on the CV. So I'm guessing you meant on that template, like on that format, or even in a more traditional resume.
Yeah, I think you can do it in both. And I think add it to your resume in the way you think best, and then we'll have our gig work team look at it and help you kind of craft it the best way.
Okay, great. Sounds good.
Yep.
Thanks, Josie.
You're welcome. Any other questions for gig work? Okay. And if anything comes up after, please feel free to message me, or you can put it in the chat. You can jump in anytime. Okay. And we talked about the refer a friend. As always, please share these gigs with your friends. A lot of really great opportunities. Okay, what's next? Topcoder Edgenet. So we're really excited for this Edgenet partnership. I hope you guys have all seen this already. We talked about it a little last week. We promoted it in the newsletter. So what you can do right now is sign up on the Edgenet portal. So if you sign up on the Edgenet portal, that gives you access to their portal, basically. We'll be launching our first learning challenge for Edgenet what is it? Next week, probably. Yeah, next week already. So the learning challenge is coming next week. Definitely sign up for the Edgenet portal now so that you know you have access to it. When you do sign up, here, I'll just open it real quick. It's important that you add Topcoder as your company, unless you have an actual company. I know a lot of you guys don't. But when you do sign up, you can put your Topcoder as your company and get started on this. As I said, I am looking to hire someone on our team on a contract basis, part-time, to help us promote Edgenet. We really want to help the LF Edge team get the most out of their partnership with us. And we have a really great group of community members, such as yourself, who are going to get ramped up on their technology. So we want to make sure that we have somebody helping promote that. So if you're interested in promoting it, let me know. You can apply for that gig. And as I said, we have competition starting next week, learning challenge. And we also have a webinar coming up as well. And the webinar is going to be really great because it is going to be focused on the Edgenet technology, and it's going to be a nice inside technical look at it, which will help you with the learning challenge. Okay. Any questions on LF Edge, our Edgenet partnership? So definitely check that out, everybody. All right, we have the NASA Spacesuit Detection Challenge ready, and I'm going to, are you on, Dan? I wanted to share it, but if you want to talk through it.
Oh, I'm here.
Awesome.
Yes, so our Spacesuit Detection Challenge did go live later last week. So everyone who's in our data science track, or those interested in learning and kind of getting more experience in data science, please register and go ahead and start crafting some solutions. So essentially what we're going to be doing here is we've got a data set that comprises still images and individual frames from video of astronauts in spacesuits. And basically the entire point is to create an algorithm that can actually detect the astronaut within this image, but also the motion of the spacesuit. Kind of like there are different parameters and joints and things like that that you need to actually detect. And essentially you're showing how the spacesuit is moving in different images. And this is going to be, very, very crucial. I think I've talked a bit about it before on past meetings for astronaut training. Since they cannot train in space, we got to get it right 100% by that point in time. So this is going to help whenever astronauts are training in their underground water tanks, which we talk about in here, and that's the NBL as well as in Argos. And so they can know how they're performing in the spacesuit, and NASA can know how the spacesuit is performing in general. Which is very, very integral as we really got to push back into space and push back in the moon in the next 5 years or so. So we're super excited about it. Runs until the end of April. Pop on there. And if you got any questions about the challenge itself, feel free to ask me or hit us up in the forums for that challenge page.
Awesome. Thank you, Dan. Really exciting challenge here, guys. So definitely check it out. And if you haven't done any data science challenges yet, don't let that deter you. There's always a first one, right? It's always a good time to start. Okay, and I did put the link to in the chat for this challenge. Any questions on the NASA spacesuit detection challenge? Dan, do you get a spacesuit if you win?
I wish. Fun fact that I learned doing starting this project is they don't really make new spacesuits. They're the same spacesuits that have existed for a very long time. They make interchangeable parts to like scale the spacesuit to the size of the person, but they don't build an entirely new spacesuit. And there will be some coming down the pipeline, but man, I can't imagine the cost if they were to just hand me a spacesuit. Maybe I'll see if I can find one day if I get out there to visit them.
So they do have, at Target, both my kids have an astronaut spacesuit pajama set. It's like a onesie, and they're super cute. And so we should make our own Top Coder branded astronaut onesie pajamas.
I would support it.
Who doesn't love onesie pajamas, right? They're so fun.
My ultimate goal in this challenge, as well as all the work that I get to do with NASA, is I want to get one of those Ad Rock dolls launched into space somehow.
Please.
I don't know how it's going to happen, but it needs to be out there.
I just put him back in storage. Otherwise, I'd hold him up for you. We do have a doll. It's a stuffed animal this big. That is Adam from our team, a stuffed Adam. So yes, that'd be really cool to get him into space. I do know that we had Top Coder stickers, right? And maybe badges too that went into space and handed them out to the members. So that was cool.
Yep.
But okay, I'm going to look into that custom pajamas because I really want some astronaut pajamas too. So if anyone likes onesie pajamas, let me know. We'll find a way to hand some out. Very fun. Okay, cool. Thanks, Dan. Let's see what else we have today. That was our challenge spotlight, I believe, unless I have another one. Do I have another one? Yes, rodeo, reclamation. Just wanted to promote this one as well. This has been going on for a while. I'm going to put the link in the chat. This is working with the Bureau of Reclamation. This is yours too, Dan, right?
You know it. If it's an acronym, it's mine. Yeah.
USBR.
Yes. Yeah, guys. So this is an ongoing challenge series that's going to be running for a total runtime of a year. So I think we are, I guess we're halfway through at this point, maybe even one more month into it. So there's a new one of these challenges that launches every month. The goal is the same in each one of the challenges. It's just we're basically separating them by month for the incentive structure. So essentially, they're looking to create what USBR does is they manage water for the western half of the United States. Which has basically been reclaimed from drought all throughout everything west of the Mississippi. And so managing water resources that come from all over North America are incredibly important for agriculture, and they're even getting into commercial water for citizens. And so predicting how much of that water is going to enter reservoirs and kind of be flowing through and into the system is vital information. And that is, one of these forecastings. That's what we're trying to do here. And that's, measuring the flow of water in streams helps predict the ultimate amount of water that's going to be available to use within the system. There are various different methods for doing this based on region. And kind of what we're looking at here is, if you're a Lord of the Rings fan, it's sort of one forecast to rule them all. How can we kind of create a forecast that performs better across all regions than individual forecasts do in their own region? And that's kind of what we're looking at here. So it's been a little bit stagnant recently. So a lot of regions have been frozen, but it's going to start picking up here. So this is really exciting, and we have incentives for each challenge that go on a monthly basis. And we also have quarterly incentives. So if you are able to participate in the 3 months of the quarter, if you place high enough, there's an additional incentive for finishing in the top of that quarterly incentive. So it's a really interesting project. There's a ton of data that's available for it, and it's pretty unique.
Awesome. Thanks for giving us that that recap. It's been a while since we talked about reclamation, so let's get some new members on that leaderboard maybe.
Yep, for sure.
Very cool. Any questions on the USBR reclamation?
Yeah, hi, Jesse, Dan.
What's up?
With past challenges, I remember that, I don't know what the general rule, like if you can see the winning submission, you have to get a certain place, or I don't remember what the exact rule is. Does that also apply to challenges like this?
I don't believe so. I think you're referring to a lot in design matches. You can kind of see the submissions. Yeah, so the data science ones are a little bit tougher. Additionally, because we are essentially, any winning submission becomes intellectual property of the of our client here. So we transfer all of them. So I don't believe the other submissions become kind of visible.
Okay, and is that true of like sort of the data science track in general? Because I think one recent one I tried doing, I thought I'd be able to see it, but it doesn't look like I was able to. So I'm wondering, yeah, it seems like, because I think it was a development one before I was able to see the winning submission and learn from it. And I know that's like advice a lot of veteran top coders give. It feels like it's a bit different for data science, and I'm wondering if that's true in general.
I believe it is, with the exception of our 4 fun data science matches. So okay. Yeah, and I'm sure I can get some more detail on that for you. But I think if you can't see the submissions, then that's why, for the most part. Okay. Just assuming you're not supposed to be able to see them. But for the other challenges, I know that it's much more common to be able to see them.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Any other questions on any of these challenges? All right, upcoming events. We've got a few webinars to talk about. We have an AMA tomorrow with Harshit, who is on the community team, which is really exciting. He's been with Top Coder for a while. He's a very big, passionate person when it comes to the Top Coder community. So it'd be great to listen into him. Please join that webinar. Last week, I believe, or the week before, we did our first Unity webinar. And it was going so well, it was over an hour long. So Bill Edison had to pause, and we're gonna have part 2. So if you are interested in joining that, I definitely recommend watching part 1. We do have that on this page. You can see the recording. So definitely check out the recording of part 1, and then please join part 2 on Thursday. It should be a really great event for you to listen into if you wanna learn Unity. Now, it is a big technology at Top Coder right now. We do have a lot of need for it. So if you're interested in learning, please do so. And then we have our Edgenet webinar on the 20th. So that's going to be with some really special guests from the Aleph Edge team to go over Edgenet, as I talked about earlier. So don't miss those events coming up. Any questions? Okay. And then what else do we have? Well, we have a SRM on Saturday. This is one of our rookie SRMs. So if you have never participated in a single round match before, this is a really great opportunity for you. So Top Coder single round matches are pretty much competitive programming matches that happen 3-4 times a month. It's really, for fun stuff at Top Coder. This is kind of the cornerstone of our community. We were built with SRMs. We've been doing them for a very long time. We have a great following of members who participate in these. We have some really cool celebrity members who participate in these. And they're really fun to be a part of. So if you're interested in competitive programming or just trying it out, definitely don't miss the rookie SRM on Saturday. I did not share the link to it, but I do have it. If you are on our website and go to competitive programming, that's where you want to go. If you're new, that's the best place to start. And this will tell you where you can compete in the SRM, and it will also has some important links at the bottom here that you want to not miss out on. Okay, so that's Saturday. Any questions on the SRM or anything else we've talked about so far? Let me know. And then finally, I just wanted to promote Top Coder Nation. This is something that we do on the side. We do have a really great community. And this group was created to give us even more insight into other folks and to get help from each other and just to meet and network. So if you are on Facebook and you want to join our Facebook Nation group, please do so. It's monitored by our very own Luis, who's on this chat, and myself. So he does polls, he shares fun things. You know, we talk to some members, learn about them, ask questions, all that good stuff. So don't miss. Oh, and I got my vaccine shot, so I had to share that with Top Coder Nation group because now I can hopefully see all of you at TCO. So, you know, we like to share things, and you know, we're a big family on here. So definitely feel free to join us if you would like to. That's it for my slides today. So I wanted to give everybody a chance to chat. We do have a number of Top Coder staff on here. Is there any other challenges or things you'd like to promote today, team? We have Renat on. Renat, you're working on part 2 of your challenge recommender, right? Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yes. So as you may notice on the challenge listing page, it's already the 3 weeks as we have that like little recommender button switch where if you turn it, you can see the challenges that the open registration challenges are being ordered in the way that the challenges are that I match your skills the most happen to be on the top. So right now it's a very basic version of recommender that works only for top coder challenges, and it's useful only for those who won the challenges in the past. So right now we're in the middle of the next development cycle where we are going to add the private communities to that recommender services. So if any one of you have relationship to Top Gear, so any type of like private type of communities, so you will be able to both use that recommender for those challenges and also have your skills inferred from those like private challenges. So that would enhance the performance of recommender a little bit. And there are also going to be plans in the future how we are going to expand the coverage of recommender to those who did not participate in the challenges before, but provided us some other information about you. It's something that Jesse had been talking about too, that there is a way how we're trying to merge the information from various users, from everything what we know about various users, like into kind of like one source. So maybe like something from your resume, something what you picked, something what we inferred from the past challenges. So all of that would allow us to make that experience of picking the challenges a little bit more personalized and hopefully more powerful in a way. So
Awesome.
thank you. Just track it. It's going to be better.
Yep. And we have challenges running right now, right, Renat? You have some challenges running right now. So if you guys are interested in helping out with this project, go register for one of those challenges.
It's great. Welcome.
Thanks. So anyone else have anything they want to promote today on the Top Coder team or any questions from our community?
Hi again. I heard something Renat said about private communities. That's the first time I've heard of that. What exactly is that, and what private communities are there, and how do you find them?
So they're basically not open to everybody. They're through so we have a private community for Wipro employees so they participate in challenges. And then we do have some companies who come to us and they want to just do they want to have their own private top coder community for their employees to do challenges. So that's typically how it is. Most of the stuff that is private community based is just for those folks. Because we want everything to be open to top coder, everybody, right? So we don't want to segregate members and say, you need to go do this and be in this private community. It's really important to us that everything that we do is open to everybody. But when there's things that come in that are specific to those type of companies, that's what he's talking about. So we're just trying to make sure that the awesome tools that we're creating for the greater community are also available for those communities as well.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
Yep. Oh, sorry. All right, any other questions we have today? It looks like we have some new folks on, so thank you so much for joining. I hope this was helpful for you. But we are available, so if you're just starting your top coder journey and you have questions, if you are a gig worker who's in a gig and you want to share your experience, or anybody who has anything they want to share, the floor is open. Okay. All right, well, I think this is it for me content-wise. If you guys don't have any questions, we can call it a day. I really appreciate you joining me today. If there are things that we did not cover, let me know. I'm going to put my email in the chat. It's super easy, just jessie@topcoder.com. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions or you want more information, or if there's something that would be helpful for you to add to these chats. Otherwise, we will be here again next week with some more fun stuff for you. Thank you, everybody. Have a great rest of your week. Bye-bye.
Hey, Jesse.